Admitted. The Strange Tale of Depsey the Rabbit. Chapter 24. Joko Raccoon and Mr. Muffins spend a day at the coast. The projector clicks in Chuck's makeshift laboratory, its beam cutting through the ink-stained darkness. Lucy sits beside him, her porcelain surface reflecting the flickering light as the film begins to roll. Detective Bones' evidence files lie scattered around them. Crime scene photos, testimonies, connection charts. But this reel stands apart from the rest. Found in Mr. Mystery's personal collection, labeled simply, Origins, Handle with Care. What do you think it is? Lucy whispers. Chuck adjusts the focus, his eyes still bearing the strain of too much ink and too many visions. Detective Bones thought it might explain how the whole system started. Something about first principles. The screen flickers, and suddenly they're watching something that feels older than anything they've seen before. The image quality is different, purer somehow, as if the corruption hasn't had time to seep into the very film stock itself, the creation. Black and white images dance across the screen, accompanied by the tinkling melody of a vaudeville piano. The title card unfurls with flourish. Joko Raccoon and Mr. Muffins spend a day at the coast. The letters are thick and bold, crafted with genuine pride. This isn't just a cartoon, it's a celebration. The scene opens in a kitchen that practically radiates warmth, even in monochrome. Joko the Raccoon stands surrounded by an orchestra of cooking implements, pots suspended from hooks, spoons arranged by size, measuring cups nested with geometric precision. His oven mitt waves enthusiastically as he juggles eggs in an impressive display of dexterity, cracking them mid-air and separating yolks from whites with the fluid grace of a master performer. But Chuck notices something that makes him lean forward. Look at his face, Lucy. Really look. In the laboratory, Lucy studies the screen more carefully. Joko's expressions aren't just cartoon joy. They're the concentrated focus of a creator deeply invested in his craft. There's genuine pride in his whiskers twitching, real anticipation in his bright eyes. This isn't performance. This is love made visible. With a grand flourish, Joko dons his oven mitt and opens the comically oversized oven door. Steam billows out in perfectly animated clouds, and from within the depths springs Mr. Muffins, young, vibrant explosion of pure delight made cartoon flesh. Title card. Joko. What a wondrous creation. I shall call him Mr. Muffins. Joko claps his cartoon paws together, beaming with the uncomplicated joy of a parent watching their child take first steps. Mr. Muffins dances atop the kitchen counter with infectious happiness, leaping, twirling, celebrating the simple miracle of existence itself. He's beautiful, Lucy murmurs, and Chuck feels his throat tighten unexpectedly. He's just a young cartoon drunk on the wonder of being alive. But even in this moment of pure creation, Chuck's enhanced perception catches something else. Mr. Muffins' dance moves are elaborate, more complex than simple joy would require. There's a moment where he catches his reflection in the kitchen window and lingers just a beat too long, admiring what he sees. When Joko pats his head with parental affection, Mr. Muffins accepts the gesture, but his eyes flash with something that might be ambition? Title card. Mr. Muffins. Thank you for making me, Joko, but I want to show you what I can become. Did you see that? Chuck's voice is barely a whisper. See what? The way he said become, not what I am, what I can become. Lucy studies the screen as Mr. Muffins continues his jubilant dance. But now she sees it too, the way his movements occasionally turn toward the window, toward the world beyond the kitchen. The way he organizes the scattered utensils while Joko isn't looking, creating order, establishing control. He was born hungry, she realizes. On screen, Mr. Muffins gazes straight into the camera, with eyes that glitter with more than just reflected light. There's longing there, and determination, and something that looks almost like calculation. Title card: Mr. Muffins, Joko, I want adventure. I want to go to the sea. Joko ponders the request with one paw thoughtfully raised, and Chuck watches the creator weigh his creation's desires. The decision comes quickly. How could he deny such enthusiasm? Such pure, innocent hunger for experience? It wasn't Joko's idea, Chuck murmurs. The whole adventure, Mr. Muffins planned it. The perfect day. The film races through the adventure preparation in a whirlwind of comic action. The cartoon Model T Ford backfires and shakes as it comes to life, but Chuck notices that Mr. Muffins positions himself as the one organizing their packing. Every item has its place, every detail considered. When they climb into the vehicle, Mr. Muffins takes a lingering look at the driver's wheel before settling into the passenger seat. The journey to the coast unfolds with all the slapstick charm of classic animation. Exaggerated turns, near misses, Mr. Muffins sticking his head out the window like an excited dog. But underneath the physical comedy, there's something else. The way Mr. Muffins studies the landscape they pass, the calculating look he gives other cartoon characters they encounter, the way he seems to be memorizing every detail of their route. Upon reaching the coast, they set up their picnic on the pristine beach, donning old-fashioned swimming costumes that speak to a more innocent age. The scene is idyllic. Rolling waves, seagulls calling overhead. The kind of perfect cartoon beach that exists only in animation and childhood dreams. Title card: Joko. Now here we are at the coast, Mr. Muffins. Baby cartoon rabbits play in the surf nearby, their laughter filling the air as they roll in the sand. Among them, a very young Depsey sporting an oversized bow tie and shoes throws a ball with wild, uncontrolled enthusiasm. The ball soars through the air in a perfect arc, striking Mr. Muffins square in the head with a cartoonish bonk. Title card: Mr. Muffins, ouch. Hey you kids, watch it with the ball. In the laboratory, Chuck and Lucy watch as the baby Depsey approaches with sheepish innocence to retrieve his ball. The future killer is just a child here, all oversized accessories and timid steps. He reaches for the ball with apologetic gestures, and when it's safely back in his tiny paws, he scampers away with bubbling laughter. Title card: Baby Rabbit. Admit it! That was funny! The words hang on the screen, and Chuck feels ice form in his stomach. Those words, that phrase, spoken here in pure childhood mischief, decades before they would become a cosmic murder weapon. Lucy, Chuck's voice is barely functional. Do you understand what we're watching? On screen, Joko shakes his paw at the retreating baby rabbit, trying to maintain stern authority but clearly charmed despite himself. But Mr. Muffins watches the small figure with an expression that doesn't quite fit the cartoon aesthetic. There's something almost predatory in the way his eyes follow Depsey's retreat. Title card: Mr. Muffins, that little one, has potential. Potential for what? Lucy whispers, but Chuck can't answer. He's remembering Mr. Muffins in the rift, the way he spoke about cosmic justice and divine selection, the way he looked at Depsey with something approaching paternal pride. The film continues with the picnic scene. Mr. Muffins and Joko sharing exaggerated bites of food, tossing crumbs to seagulls that swoop in with choreographed precision. But even in these moments of pure cartoon joy, Chuck notices the subtle dynamics. The way Mr. Muffins positions himself slightly forward during photos. The way he takes just a beat longer to acknowledge Joko's jokes. The way his attention keeps drifting to the horizon. as if searching for something more than a perfect day at the beach. From the ocean, a pirate ship approaches with all the amateur charm of early Hollywood magic. The vessel is manned by cartoon rabbits wearing eye patches and tri-corner hats, but their demeanor suggests adventure rather than menace. They disembark with friendly waves and theatrical bows. Title card: "Who would like to be captain now?" The pirate captain removes his hat and places it ceremoniously on the head of the loneliest-looking rabbit in his crew. The gesture is simple, kind, democratic. Title card: "Pirate captain, now you are captain, serve us well." Chuck watches Mr. Muffins observe this exchange with fascination that goes beyond casual interest. There's something almost hungry in the way he studies the transfer of authority, the way power changes hands with such apparent ease. He's learning, Chuck realizes. Even here, in this perfect moment, he's learning about hierarchy. Title card: "Joko, come and have a picnic with us." The rabbit pirates eagerly accept the invitation, hopping over to join the seaside feast. Food is shared, laughter exchanged, friendships formed with the effortless grace that only exists in animation and childhood. Mr. Muffins springs into action, dancing along the shoreline with exaggerated, syncopated steps that captivate both pirates and audience alike. But as Chuck watches more carefully, he notices that Mr. Muffins isn't just dancing for joy, he's performing. His movements are calculated to draw attention, to position himself as the center of the entertainment. The pirates respond with increasing enthusiasm, their applause growing louder, their attention focusing more and more on this charismatic performer. Joko claps along, genuinely delighted by his creation's success. But there's something in his expression that suggests a tiny seed of confusion. When did Mr. Muffins become so commanding? The idyllic seed cannot last forever. Joko's eyes widen as he catches sight of a comically fake storm cloud looming overhead, a visual so obviously artificial it belongs in a children's theater production. But the concern in his voice is real. Title card: Joko. Uh-oh, a storm is coming. Worried faces replace smiles as the group begins hastily packing their picnic supplies. Mr. Muffins glances toward their distant automobile with an expression of calculated concern. Title card: Mr. Muffins, the automobile is too far away. We are going to get caught in the storm. But even as he delivers this line, Chuck notices Mr. Muffins is already looking toward the pirate ship with anticipation, as if he'd been planning this moment all along. The cartoon rabbit pirate captain approaches with the solution that feels almost too convenient. Title card: Pirate captain, stay on our ship. It is safe there. With comic determination, Joko and Mr. Muffins scramble aboard the vessel. But once they're in the pirate galley, surrounded by the whimsical maritime decor, something shifts in the dynamic. Mr. Muffins immediately begins organizing the space, suggesting improvements to the layout, offering advice on entertainment techniques. Title card: Pirate captain, now we will entertain you. The cartoon pirates burst into elaborate gymnastics and dance, but Mr. Muffins can't resist joining in, not as a guest, but as a co-host. He directs some of the performances, suggests variations on their routines, gradually positions himself as an equal partner in the entertainment, rather than merely its recipient. Joko watches this transformation with growing bewilderment. When did his simple, joyful creation become so sophisticated? Time seems to slow as sunlight filters through the ship's windows, casting playful shadows on the animated faces. The storm passes as quickly as it arrived, and fair weather returns with cartoon efficiency. Title card: Joko. What a wonderful time. But Joko's expression doesn't quite match his words. There's confusion there, and perhaps the first hint of unease. His creation is evolving in ways he never intended. As they disembark from the pirate ship, The cartoon pirates call out their farewells with genuine warmth. But Chuck notices that their attention, their gratitude, is directed more toward Mr. Muffins than toward Joko. The creator has somehow become secondary to his creation. Title card. Pirate Captain, your friend is quite the natural leader. The words hit Joko like a physical blow. He forces a smile, waves goodbye, but there's something hollow in the gesture. Arm in arm, Joko and Mr. Muffins make their way back to the cartoon Model T. But the harmony between them has acquired subtle discordant notes. As they drive away, Mr. Muffins chatters excitedly about their adventure, but his enthusiasm centers around his own performance rather than their shared experience. Title card. Mr. Muffins, next time we can do even better. I have so many ideas. Joko nods and smiles, but Chuck can see the wheels turning behind his eyes. Next time. When did this become about improvement rather than simple joy? Back in Joko's kitchen, the familiar warmth provides comfort after their adventure. Joko busies himself creating a bed for Mr. Muffins, a giant muffin tin lined with soft cushions. It's a gesture of pure love, thoughtful and practical. Mr. Muffins climbs into the makeshift bed with apparent gratitude, his body settling into the comfortable arrangement. Title card. Mr. Muffins, thank you, Joko, this is comfortable. But Chuck notices the way Mr. Muffins surveys his sleeping arrangement. There's appreciation there, yes, but also a kind of measuring, as if he's calculating whether this level of comfort matches his perceived status. Joko pats Mr. Muffins on the head with paternal affection, but the gesture that once seemed natural now carries undertones of condescension. Creator patting creation. Master acknowledging pet. The room settles into peaceful evening quiet, moonlight streaming through the window to illuminate their contentment. For a moment, everything feels as innocent as it was in the morning. But then, knock, knock, knock. 3 deliberate raps on the kitchen door, each one somehow carrying more weight than wood striking wood should manage. Joko looks up in surprise. They weren't expecting visitors. The door opens to reveal an elegant gentleman with a briefcase and clipboard. He's well-dressed, professional, the kind of figure who might represent any number of legitimate businesses. But his shadow behaves strangely, seeming to move independently of his body, and his smile contains too many teeth. Title card. Good evening. My name is Mr. Mystery, and I represent Cosmic Comedy Productions. Joko blinks in confusion, but Mr. Muffins sits up straighter in his muffin tin bed. There's immediate interest in his posture, attention that goes beyond mere curiosity. Title card. Mr. Mystery. I observed your seaside performance today, particularly impressed by the natural leadership qualities displayed. The gentleman's eye contact is directed exclusively toward Mr. Muffins. Joko might as well be furniture for all the attention he receives. Title card. Mr. Mystery. Your friend here has exceptional potential. Mr. Muffins practically glows under the praise, his entire being oriented toward this validation. Joko shifts uncomfortably. Title card. Joko. But we just want to have fun together. We're not performing for anyone except ourselves. The gentleman's smile becomes more pronounced, revealing those 2 numerous teeth. Title card. Mr. Mystery. What if I told you there was a way to transcend your current limitations? To become more than just creation and creator, to achieve true cosmic significance. The words hang in the air like incantation. Mr. Muffin's eyes light up with hungry interest, but Joko's expression grows troubled. Title card. Mr. Muffins, cosmic significance? Tell me more. In the laboratory, Chuck and Lucy watch as the kitchen around Mr. Mystery and Mr. Muffins begins to darken. Not naturally, but as if shadows are being drawn toward their conversation. The warm, homey lighting that characterized Joko's space starts to fade, leaving only the area around the visitor and his target properly illuminated. Joko becomes literally marginalized in his own kitchen, pushed to the edges of the frame as cosmic forces focus on his creation. Title card: Mr. Mystery. Tomorrow, I'll show you what true power looks like. Meet me at Sunset Cliff, where the void touches the world. The gentleman tips his hat and departs, leaving behind only the faint smell of ozone and the sound of briefcase clasps clicking shut. Joko and Mr. Muffins are left alone in the kitchen, but the space feels fundamentally changed. Mr. Muffins settles back into his muffin tin, but sleep clearly won't come easily. His mind is racing with possibilities, with dreams of transcendence and significance. Joko watches his creation with growing unease, sensing that something precious and irreplaceable is slipping away. Title card: Mr. Muffins. Joko, do you think I could really be more? Joko's response comes slowly, reluctantly. Title card: Joko, you're already everything I ever wanted you to be. But the words fall flat. Everything he ever wanted isn't enough anymore. Not when cosmic significance beckons. The next day dawns with the same cartoon brightness, but something fundamental has shifted in the relationship between creator and creation. They make the journey to Sunset Cliff in relative silence, the joy of yesterday's adventure replaced by anticipation and anxiety. Sunset Cliff overlooks a vista that shouldn't exist in any normal cartoon landscape. Below them yawns what Chuck recognizes as the early rift. Green lights swirling in impossible depths, debris floating upward in defiance of gravity, reality becoming negotiable the closer one approaches the edge. Mr. Mystery awaits them with his briefcase open, revealing contents that seem to absorb light rather than reflect it. The cosmic ink within moves with its own will, reaching toward the sky like dark green tentacles. Title card: Mr. Mystery. Welcome to where true performers transcend ordinary limitations. Strange shadows flicker across the cliff face, silhouettes of cartoon characters falling into the void, their descent somehow transformed into ascension. Mr. Muffins watches with fascination while Joko steps back in alarm. Title card: Mr. Mystery. Every cosmic system requires order. Creators, performers, and audience. The question is, which role calls to you? A demonstration follows, shadows showing the hierarchy in action. Some figures stand on pedestals, enhanced and glowing with cosmic power. Others provide the foundation for those pedestals, their forms growing dimmer as they sink into the void. Title card: Mr. Muffins. So some get chosen for advancement, and others provide the foundation for that advancement. Mr. Mystery's smile could power a small city. Title card: Mr. Mystery. Exactly. You understand perfectly. Joko's alarm grows with each exchange. Title card: Joko. This doesn't feel right. We should go home. Remember our perfect day. Isn't that enough? But Mr. Muffins is no longer listening to his creator. His attention belongs entirely to the cosmic hierarchy being revealed before him. Title card: Mr. Mystery. Mr. Muffins. You could become our premier cosmic performer. Enhanced abilities, true recognition, eternal significance. The briefcase tilts, allowing cosmic ink to seep toward Mr. Muffins. Where it touches the ground, cartoon grass becomes something else, darker, hungrier, more real. Title card: Mr. Mystery. But the role requires proving your commitment to the hierarchy. Mr. Muffin's entire being orients toward this opportunity. Title card. Mr. Muffins. What kind of proof? The cosmic ink reaches toward Mr. Muffins like living shadow, and Chuck watches his cartoon design begin to shift. Angles become sharper, colors more saturated, expression more calculating. The innocent creation is transforming into something hungrier. Title card. Mr. Mystery. One simple demonstration of understanding. Your creator represents the old way, simple, limited. You represent the new way, enhanced, unlimited. The new must replace the old. The cliff edge beckons. The void calls. And for the first time in his existence, Mr. Muffins understands what power really means. Title card. Mr. Muffins. Will I really be significant? Title card. Mr. Mystery. You'll be the foundation of our entire operation. In the laboratory, Chuck's enhanced perception catches something that makes him lean forward urgently. Lucy, look at the way the shadows are moving around them. It's not just corruption, it's selection. The cosmic ink is choosing Mr. Muffins specifically. Choosing him for what? To be the prototype, the first enhanced performer, the template for everyone who comes after. On screen, the cosmic transformation accelerates. Mr. Muffins's design becomes more angular, more sophisticated, more capable of commanding attention. But with each change, something essential, some core innocence, drains away. Title card. Mr. Muffins. I understand what I must do. ... The moment arrives with sunset, painting the sky in colors that shouldn't exist. Joko approaches the cliff edge with growing desperation, trying one last time to reach the friend he created. Title card. Joko. Mr. Muffins, let's just go home. We can make more friends, have more adventures. Isn't our friendship enough? Mr. Muffins turns to face his creator, and Chuck sees the internal struggle playing out across his enhanced features. There's still love there, still gratitude, but it's being overwhelmed by hunger for something greater. Title card. Mr. Muffins. Joko, you made me to be more than I was. Now I need to become more than you made me. The cosmic ink reaches toward them both, but it only responds to Mr. Muffin's touch. Power recognizes power, and ambition calls to ambition. Title card. Mr. Muffins. This is evolution. You should be proud. I'm not destroying our friendship. I'm transcending it. Joko reaches out with genuine affection, his love unchanged despite everything that's happening. Title card. Joko. But I love you just as you are. We don't need cosmic significance. We have each other. For a moment, just one moment, Mr. Muffins hesitates. Chuck watches as the enhanced performer remembers what it felt like to dance with pure joy, to share a perfect picnic, to sleep safely in a muffin tin bed crafted with paternal love. But then Mr. Mystery whispers something that doesn't require a title card, and the hesitation vanishes. The push happens without ceremony. One moment Joko is reaching toward his creation with open arms. The next, he's falling into the cosmic void with an expression of confusion rather than anger. Title card. Joko. Mr. Muffins. Why? But as he falls, understanding dawns on Joko's face. Not the bitter understanding of betrayal, but the sad comprehension of inevitability. Title card. Joko. You were always meant to be more. His final gesture, even as the void swallows him, is a wave goodbye. Not cursing, not condemning, still loving despite everything. Mr. Mystery's briefcase opens fully, and cosmic ink flows toward the site of betrayal like dark water rushing toward a drain. The first blood money is collected, distilled from the moment when love becomes hierarchy, when creation becomes exploitation. Mr. Muffins undergoes immediate transformation. His abilities enhance exponentially. He can command attention with supernatural effectiveness, inspire loyalty beyond reason, create entertainment that transcends normal cartoon limitations. But Chuck notices the price. His eyes lose their capacity for genuine joy. Title card. Mr. Mystery. Excellent. You understand the system perfectly. You are now our premier cosmic performer. The Rift begins developing more sophisticated infrastructure around them. Equipment manifests from nowhere. Broadcasting arrays extend toward the horizon, and other cartoon characters appear as if drawn by cosmic magnetism. Mr. Muffins gains everything he thought he wanted: significance, recognition, power. But the Muffin Tin Bed will never feel comfortable again, because comfort has become irrelevant. The seaside will never bring joy again, because joy has been replaced by purpose. Title card. Mr. Muffins. I am significant now. But his expression shows he's already beginning to understand what significance costs. Dash, dash, dash. Years pass in montage. Title cards marking time, while Mr. Muffins serves as the cosmic system's premier performer. He recruits hundreds of other cartoon characters, using his enhanced abilities to draw them toward the same cliff where he made his choice. Each recruitment follows the same pattern: identify ambition, offer transcendence, require betrayal. Mr. Muffins becomes master of the process, understanding exactly how to awaken hunger in innocent hearts. But the cosmic hierarchy doesn't forgive, and it doesn't forget. Enhanced performers have shelf lives, and even the premier attraction eventually becomes yesterday's news. Title card. After 20 years of service, Mr. Muffins's usefulness began to decline. New performers arrive with fresh appeal. Audiences grow bored with familiar faces. The cosmic system demands novelty, and Mr. Muffins transforms from asset to liability. Title card. A young agent named Depsey received special assignment: eliminate the premier performer. Chuck and Lucy watch as the adult Depsey appears on screen. No longer the innocent baby rabbit who disrupted their picnic, but a seasoned killer carrying letters signed by servants of the road job. He approaches Mr. Muffins with professional courtesy and friendly conversation. The conversation at the cliff edge carries echoes of that perfect seaside day. Mr. Muffins recognizes adult Depsey immediately. Title card. Mr. Muffins. I remember you. You threw that ball at our picnic. You said... Title card. Depsey. Admitted. The push that follows completes a circle decades in the making. The innocent phrase becomes the murder weapon, the baby rabbit becomes the executioner, and the cosmic system devours its own founding father. Mr. Muffins falls into the same void that claimed his creator, but his experience differs fundamentally from Joko's. Where Joko felt confusion and sadness, Mr. Muffins feels something approaching relief. Because in the Rift, surrounded by all the other victims of the system he helped create, Mr. Muffins finally finds a way to transform his guilt into worship. Title card. In the Rift, Mr. Muffins understood his true purpose. The film shows him preaching to other victims, teaching them to see their elimination as divine selection, their suffering as cosmic honor. He becomes priest of the system that destroyed him, because believing in its holiness is the only way to live with what he did. Title card. We were chosen for significance. Our eliminators are agents of divine justice. Chuck realizes with sick certainty that Mr. Muffins' theology isn't victim worship, it's elaborate guilt management. He needs the system to be holy because he helped design it. Dash, dash, dash. The film's final sequence returns to the same beach where everything began. Baby cartoon characters still play in the surf, their laughter unchanged by decades of cosmic horror. They throw balls with innocent enthusiasm, disrupt picnics with guileless joy, and speak phrases that will echo through cosmic darkness. Title card. And baby rabbits still play by the sea, still saying, "Admit it," in innocent games, not knowing those words echo through cosmic darkness, as each generation discovers the price of transcendence. The camera pulls back to reveal the same cliff where friends once might have watched sunset together. Now it's part of sophisticated cosmic infrastructure, equipped with broadcasting arrays and enhancement facilities. But the ocean still sparkles, indifferent to the machinery of corruption built on its shores. A final shot shows another young cartoon character standing at the cliff edge, briefcase open beside them, cosmic ink ready for the next recruitment. The cycle continues, eternal and patient, because there will always be creators and creations, and there will always be those hungry for more than love can provide. Title card. The system remembers its creators and devours them. The piano music fades, leaving only the sound of distant ocean waves and the mechanical clicking of film running through the projector. Dash, dash, dash. The reel ends, and Chuck's laboratory falls into silence, broken only by the projector's cooling fan. Lucy sits motionless, her porcelain surface reflecting the blank white screen. Chuck's hands shake as he reaches to turn off the equipment. That was... Lucy's voice fails her. The birth of everything. Chuck's enhancement-damaged eyes water, but not from strain. The perfect day, the innocent friendship, the cosmic corruption. It all started with someone wanting to be more than they were. Lucy turns away from the screen. Mr. Muffins created the system that destroyed him. And now he worships it in the rift because believing it's holy is the only way he can live with what he did to Joko. Chuck winds the film reel with mechanical precision. He's not a victim, Lucy. He's a guilty founding father who needs cosmic justice to be real. They sit in the darkness, processing what they've witnessed. Outside, broadcasting towers hum with supernatural energy. Dr. Dinglegreen's enhancement facilities operate around the clock, and Mr. Mystery's cosmic infrastructure spreads across their world like infection. But now they understand. None of it is divine. It's all built on a foundation of corrupted friendship, on the moment when a creation decided love wasn't enough and chose power instead. Chuck? Lucy's voice is barely audible. If that's how it started, how does it end? Chuck looks at the blank screen, remembering Mr. Muffins in the rift, preaching cosmic justice to victims who worship their own elimination. He thinks about Depsey, carrying blood money and letters signed by entities that feed on betrayal. He considers their own situation, hiding in basements, addicted to truth, watching their world transform into something unrecognizable. I don't know, he admits, but I know this. Whatever we do, we can't become like Mr. Muffins. We can't let hunger for significance turn us into something that devours love. Lucy nods, understanding. Outside, the cosmic machinery continues its work, but in the basement laboratory, two friends hold on to each other, and the simple truth that some things are more important than transcendence. The film reel sits silent on the table, containing the innocent origins of infinite horror. But it also contains something else, proof that genuine love existed before cosmic corruption, and might exist again if they can find the courage to choose differently than Mr. Muffins did. In the darkness, they plan their next move against a system that remembers its creators and devours them.